Season 6, New Mexico Fantasy Football League to team owners. Broadcast live on location from studio here, August 25th at this time. I want to thank everybody for coming out to Bob's house. We really had a good time and it was good to see you all. And special thanks to Bob. What a great host. And thanks, Bob. You just did a tremendous job and we really appreciate it. Some of the things we did discuss at the Bob's house was the draft time, which, as you know, got changed to 6 p.m. If you don't know, you'll be in the draft room a couple hours early and you'll probably figure it out. I want to thank everybody for responding to the request to change it to 6 p.m., making it possible for everybody to be at the draft. I think that that's just a tremendous gesture. Everybody responded within hours with a resounding yes, and that'll just be more fun for everybody with everybody there. I know that and I appreciate you responding really fast because it just makes it easier for me, and we did get the time changed and everything is cool. If something is wrong in the draft room, such as I don't have you in the right position, please let me know so we can get that changed once the draft starts, and that's the positions. As you know, Bozo Bombers did change the first overall position to Silent But Deadly for the third overall position, so kind of tells you that anybody who wants Marion Barber in the first round, you can probably forget that idea. Alright, so, speaking of which, you can trade online. Draft pick by round if you wish, by the whole thing, but it is set up to do by round, so if you want to trade third round position for third round position, you may do so, up to and including during the draft, so long as that a pick has not been made for either position. We did discuss the waiver wire. It will not reset this year. The playoff ties will be broken by the regular season most total points. All scoring will remain the same as last year. We are drafting 14 rounds, which includes 9 active players. You will have 5 reserve. That includes 1 flex active player, running back, wide receiver, tight end. You are having a draft of unlimited draft positions. In other words, if you want to draft 6 tight ends, go. Please do. Thank you. Okay, alright, that pretty much covers everything that you probably need, want to know, or maybe you didn't care to know, but I had to say it. One thing, when we go to your web page, our home page on the New Mexico Fantasy Football League, you'll notice the history thing. I don't know if anybody's been in there or seen it, but inside the history, it kind of gives a history of our league. I've made some custom awards, such as, I don't even remember now, but there are awards for who had the best draft, who got the best free agent pickup, and you'll have to go and see and look. But I put little medallions or medals, trophies, whatever you want to call them, next to the name. In 2005, actually 2007 and earlier, 2008 and earlier, it kind of got messed up. Well, 2005, I noticed, was putting the Super Bowl or our championship trophy that Paradogs won. He was our first championship winner. It's putting his trophy on Pond Scum's name. Well, I know Pond Scum doesn't want to see a trophy that he didn't earn next to his name. And I know Paradogs don't want to see his trophy on Pond Scum's name. Anyway, so I had to delete. It was just messed up on 2005, and actually I think 2006 was a little better, but kind of messed up too. 2007, it doesn't even show up on some of the things. If you go to your little icon on your league setup, you'll notice little medallions. If you won an award, just go to the history and you can see that's right in there. But it's putting wrong things here. It's not even putting in somewhere. So it seems 2009 and later, everything seems to be good. So actually, Kent, I got your trophy in there. I put it under 2009, and sorry about that. So my apologies to you, but that's all kind of fixed. Okay, now, as you know, you can trade Did I already say that? I did. Okay. This is a commentary. This is my Fantasy Football League commentary of the year. When I turn on the TV, especially like ESPN or some of those type of stations, you know, you see little tickers going across the bottom, fantasy football, their predictions for the draft, and you know, you turn on a radio and you hear fantasy football news with the, you know, sports report or even a news report sometimes. You see commercials about fantasy football. I see it in magazines. I'm out walking in the street, people are talking about it. It's everywhere. Everybody has an opinion. Who is the person to take in the draft? Who you should draft first? And it's just overwhelming, the information that is out there. And it all comes down to, you just have to make your own decisions, what you feel. But we all like that little bit of advice. I search it out just because I want to know what other people are thinking, and if I'm thinking along the same lines. Sometimes you think, well, you know what, majority rules on an opinion, and that sometimes, you know, can be really not too good. Look at last year's first round draft pick bust. Half the league, you know, was not a very good first round draft. But, you know, of all the advice I've listened to, I've read about, whatever about the draft day, the best advice I ever received was, believe it or not, many years ago from Bat Busters. And he told me, he says, you know, the draft, have a drink and relax. Well, you know, I took that advice to heart, and it's really done me well. So, you know, thank you. Okay, you know, so, you know, what goes around comes around, so I have advice that I'd like to pass on. You know, maybe somebody will say years from now, that guy gave me some advice and it won me a lot of money. Well, you know, I'm going to give you my super sleeper. Something that I really don't want to reveal, but I just feel that I owe it to the Fantasy Football League community, especially our league, of my advice. And my super sleeper would be Minnesota running back Adrian Peterson. Good day, good draft. You're welcome.